The Old Guard 2 is finally here on Netflix after 5 excruciatingly long years of waiting and hoping for the sequel.
Has it been that long?
It's been 5 years. It's been 5 years.
Wow.
And this sequel is it's all about revenge and pain and loyalty and some serious swordplay. Charlize is back as Andy, and she is facing off some new chick. She's facing off with Discord, not the greatest name, who's there to shake all kinds of things up. So let's get into it. Welcome. Hi, Annette.
Hey.
Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Dance a Rap. And we're breaking down the Old Guard today.
The OG.
The OG Deuce.
Yeah, the OG.
Yeah. I mean, if you love fierce women, found family, immortals,
Yeah,
with all kinds of beef.
It had everything. It has everything
really did.
that I love,
it really did.
But
it really did.
And it lacked. So
and this is full of spoilers. So this is full of spoilers. That's all we're gonna say. This is your, if you don't want to know about it, if you want to go and see it, pause. Go see it and then come back because we're talking everything. Okay. So The Old Guard 2 is directed by Victoria Mahoney. She is an actress turned director, and Gina Prince Bythewood directed the Old Guard, and then Victoria directed the sequel. Andy is back, Nile, Booker, Joe, and his ride or die, forever and ever, amen, Nikki.
Oh my God, I love those two.
Yeah. I love them too. And I don't know, I forgot about it in the first Old Guard, but because I was like, he doesn't look like a Joe, but his real name is Yusef. And I was like, that makes sense. You got to blend in after a thousand years, right?
I mean, you've seen a lot. You make your own rules at some point.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? So
Quinn Copley, that's the Chiwetel Ejiofor's character. And then, of course, we have two new characters, Discord and Tuah. You want to know who plays them? We'll put it in the show notes. I'll put it in the show notes. I wanted to just quickly go over the plot, at least the way I saw it. The team is fractured, right? The team is fractured, right? But still together, except for Booker, and everybody's missing Booker. Quinn is finally resurrected after 500 years of dying, then being reborn, and then dying and being reborn. I mean, that is a level of cruelty I don't think my brain could ever forget, nor there's no way I could be the same person.
She wasn't. Goodness.
That woman was locked for 500 years in an underwater metal coffin.
With Megatron in the same spot where Megatron was dropped.
So I can understand why she is like mad.
I mean, I can see why she's like edgy, but like, chill out. Everybody didn't do it.
Well, see, that's where I feel like the crazy comes in, because to die and breathe and then die again and breathe and then die again, right? So I feel like she's just not all there, and I'm trying to give her some grace because she suffered. Meanwhile, there's a new immortal named Discord, played by Uma Thurman.
I was glad to see Uma. I mean, point blank, I was glad to see Uma back. So I haven't seen her act in a while. So I'm glad she's back.
Yeah. And she is pretty ruthless. She's not interested in making friends nor joining forces.
She is not bipartisan at all. She's not trying to reach across the aisle.
She is not. Discord is true MAGA. And I'm going to say that. And then of course, Booker finally gets his wish. And Nile, we learned some new things about Nile that we didn't know. So before we begin, Nettie B, if you had to rate it from 1 to 5, with 5 being excellent, probably just as good as the first Old Guard, this was worth waiting for, and 1 being why'd y'all even bother? Where are you with this?
About 1.5, 2.
Okay. Okay. I'm
And
probably yeah,
that's
yeah.
hard for me because
Okay.
the OG was so good.
3 3 of them. Yes, I'm there with you, sis,
So I waited 5 years for
for
this.
this.
Yeah.
I would say I'm probably more of a 3. And the only reason why I would say it was a 3, maybe 2.5, 2.5 to a 3, I think mainly because I wanted to finally get the sequel. That's it. I
Okay.
think that's it. It was great to see everyone from the first one, and I just wanted to see the sequel. Okay, let's explore some themes. I'm going to start off. So the story begins 6 months. It's only been 6 months since the OG, right?
Uh-huh.
And I think one of the consistent themes throughout this is grief, especially being immortal.
Yeah.
It's loss and sadness, right? It's
Yeah.
it's all that. Yeah,
Constantly.
yeah. Because living forever, it doesn't mean you heal. When they say time heals all wounds, I'm just like, sometimes it's just time. That's all it
Yeah.
is. There's no healing. It's just time goes by,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I just think that Quinn's storyline really proves that because I mean, she's rescued, and I think for 500 years, I think she was holding on to Andy, and that, I think she kind of says that she thought Andy had died as well, right? Andy was either dead or was suffering along with her somewhere. But then when she finds out that Andy,
She was upset that, oh, you not suffering?
that's
Like
what it was.
that's to me, it was just like so bizarre. Like if you
Yeah,
really love someone and you find out that they weren't suffering, there should have been this like, oh, I'm glad you did not have to go through the hell I went through.
right.
So, but
And
everybody deals with things differently.
everyone grieves differently. And I think for her, that's why I kind of keep going back to her psychosis, because
From not enough air.
just the net she would live and then die and live and then
I
die,
know, but
right?
I'm
So
saying from not enough air or
I no, I think it's that part of it. You're
oh.
underwater, you're locked in, you can't go anywhere.
Mhm.
I'm sure she's suffering mad PTSD just from
Uh,
being locked in a coffin.
yeah. I mean, I have to give it to them. That scene, that opening scene where they
Oh,
rescue her, that was
yeah.
so incredible. I
Yeah.
loved that scene. I did.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
Yeah, I mean, the visuals were beautiful.
Mhm.
Just how they took the mask off. Because I
Yeah,
was like, oh my
yeah.
God, like, and she's, I felt for her. You know what I mean? To finally be able to take in a full lung, a full breath without it being filled with water, right?
Right, right.
Um, I think her rage
Mm-hmm.
of not only it wasn't her being rescued finally, but it was just knowing that Andy has lived those 500 years roaming the earth because someone saved Andy.
Right. But,
Yeah,
roaming the earth doesn't mean that she was always happy. I
she
mean, it's just
wasn't.
that she wasn't dying and then being reborn and dying
Right.
and being reborn. I mean, so it was just like from that it took me out of it because I just thought that it was absolutely ridiculous,
Mm.
and that plot line really just took me out of it.
And so, so Discord, I thought she's the only person that could save her, right? So she saved her, and now we get to see who this woman is. My natural inclination is that she's a good person because she's saving the life of another immortal.
You thought that she was a good person?
I did because
Huh.
you don't really see anything of
But
her
then,
in that beginning because she is
yeah, I didn't think that she, number one, her name was Discord. So
Discord.
I knew right off that. I was just like, okay, she's like going to unleash the beasts. So,
It's fun because what I absolutely hated the name, but I thought maybe she was going to just shake things up on planet Earth, right? Maybe
mhm.
she's going to be able to take the revenge that Quinn couldn't, right? For all these years, kind of like
Mhm.
revenge on I don't know who.
On who? Because all the
I
people
don't
that did
know.
that to Quinn are dead.
True. I don't know, but I didn't see it though. I didn't see it play out the way that it did, right?
Okay.
That basically essentially Discord didn't care about nobody.
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 Mhm.
So just kind of taking the story along, Booker gets kidnapped. They're in Roma, right? Booker gets kidnapped because that's the only way that they feel like they can find Andy, right? So
Yeah.
Quinn is kidnapping Booker because she wants to get she wants to get to Andy, right?
Hmm.
And she is all in with hurt and pain, and she wants to inflict as much of it against Andy as possible. What I didn't like about Quinn's kind of like story is
Hmm.
that her whole I'm going to just kind of play, I guess it's because of her psychosis, but her whole story, her whole
You
story
and
is
this
that
psychosis. Okay. All right.
where else can I play psychiatrist?
But on DAW,
On
right?
DAW. Um, the fact that she is like her whole purpose now is to just kill as many human beings.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, oh, time out. The people that did this to you died in literally 1625.
Like literally 10 minutes after they put you in that water, they were all
They
dead.
died from smallpox.
Yeah. So now you want to take it out on the like 6 billion or 9 billion, however
Yeah.
many are on the planet. Okay.
Yeah. I was happy to see Booker though. That's my boy.
Yeah.
I love Booker.
Yeah. And just like the others when they finally when they all kind of linked up again, I didn't trust him either. And and I
Yeah.
don't know if it was the camera angles or the way that the actor played him, but he didn't give trust me. I've
I,
learned my lesson.
I mean, the way that he looks at people, like it's suspect,
It is.
but I get it.
Yeah.
After a certain time, you just want to leave,
Yes.
and you
Yeah.
can't. And you just like, this stuff is for the birds. Like,
I do want to say that Andy, in terms of grief, she's been grieving her girl
oh my God, for 3,000 years.
for the whole time she's been underwater somewhere.
Yeah.
She's been grieving. And at first I was just like, I don't how does she not keep looking for her to find her, right? And then I realized the amount, first of all, those first couple of hundred years, there was no way of finding her. There was no
No,
technology to
none.
find her.
Not somebody dumped in the water. I mean,
No,
like, come on.
it's ocean,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
There's no sonar. Like that took
No,
several hundred
no.
years until we had
Right.
that. And Discord, the only reason why she was able to even find Quinn is because she amassed a crazy amount of money for
Mm-hmm.
her to be able to
Mm-hmm.
charter boats and use
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of current technology to find her.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, could Andy have found her in the past 50 years? Maybe.
Well, I mean, if Quinn has psychosis, Andy could have had some sort of trauma that
Yes.
she was continually
Survivor's
dealing
guilt.
with. Yeah, and also just being in survivor mode all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
All right, let's move on to power dynamics amongst the immortals. Andy finds out that the first immortal exists, and that's who Discord is, right?
mhm.
And she was there
Isn't that
when
interesting where she's the first immortal? You know what? Let me
I
just stop.
think
Just
no, 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 no.
please continue. Please
Let me just
continue.
say this. When I watched the trailer and saw who was going to be the first of all immortals, that took it from a 5 already down to a 4 because
Yeah,
I was just like, ain't
yeah,
no damn
yeah,
way. But then
yeah.
I was just like, you know what? This is fiction.
Yeah, yeah. And it's the whole thing where it's,
Yeah.
they have to be at the center of
Yes.
every single thing.
Yes. Yes. And
So,
I believe that the old guard, I don't know if is it a game? Is it a video game or is it a comic or
I don't know.
a graphic novel? I think it comes from that realm.
Okay. I
Um,
would think that it would probably be a graphic novel. Let me see. Let me
yeah, check that out because I'm not sure where, but
Yeah. And just
um,
continue what you were saying.
yep. And so Discord is the first immortal, and she was there. This is how this is another way they introduced the first immortal. She was there
hmm
with Tuah
Yeah, it's
when
they were
Andy,
novels,
okay,
graphic
novels.
novels.
Okay. When Andy and Quinn were being executed.
Hmm
So they were there at that place. So they see that Quinn is thrown into the water or taken to be thrown into the water. Andy, I think, was beaten to death or whatever because she was all hella bloody. So they think they just killed her.
Yeah.
They separated them, right? And to know that both of them were there and neither one of them went to at least try to find Quinn, but at least, and Discord just, I think that's when I think he knew that she wasn't right because she just turned around and was just like, yeah, kind of like savages, like of humankind, and then
hmm
turned around and just went somewhere
hmm
and didn't care about trying to save these two other immortals.
She
But
don't care
Tuah,
about nobody.
you know, she gives zero damns
Yeah.
about any other immortal. But Tua stayed, and Tua is played by Henry Golding,
Yeah.
and he stayed and he rescued Andy, and thus saved her. Tua's character is interesting. I think he said he was about 2,300 years old, and he's essentially the librarian slash historian of the
Yeah.
immortals. He writes the stories
All the
of the
time.
immortals all the
Like
time.
going into his bunker, I was just like, he got that underground. Like, what? What? Yo, before you go any further,
Yeah.
how the heck did they go to, they docked in France and Paris? This is in the beginning.
Yeah. Croatia. Are you talking? Oh, this is after that whole initial battle? When they killed that guy at the house, the arms dealer. Remember, that's how the
Yeah,
story
yeah,
begins, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so after that, okay.
Yeah, so they go from Croatia to Paris, right? And they get off, they dock,
Yes.
and the three of them, like Nick, what's his name? Nick? No,
Yeah,
the two,
Joe, Nick.
Joe and Nick and the
Yep.
black girl, right?
Yes.
They get in cabs. Andy and James, she's like, come with me.
Yes.
All of a sudden, they're in like South Korea.
No, they stayed. All of this takes place. Actually, I don't even think it was Paris. It was Rome. It was Italy. They came into Italy
Oh,
and then they split up, right? Because Joe tells Nikki, "Oh, I want to kind of be by myself."
yeah, yeah. I know,
Say
I
what
know.
now?
Yeah, after how many thousands of years of y'all being together, y'all have never even been apart. But on the lower third literally said like Korea. And I'm like, how the heck did they get from Paris?
No, I'm pretty sure it said Italy because they stay in Italy they go from this one part of Italy, they come into this one part of Italy, and then they end up in Rome because that's where they meet Quinn. That's where she meets Quinn, and Booker is in this like,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's
All
not,
right.
it wasn't Korea, but I love that they are just able to just move about this world, and they stay low key. They're not wealthy. They're definitely not like building up riches and buying stocks. I don't know. I don't feel like they have an immense amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't live like they do, but I remember in the first old guard, they had like hideouts. Like
Yeah,
they had places on the planet where they
right.
could go where they can feel safe, but it wasn't like I've got all this money in the world, because you want to be as low key as possible.
You want to be on the DL. I mean, like
Yeah.
if you're like rolling and flying in private jets, people
Yeah.
start like talking like, who's this person? Where they come
Yeah.
from?
Yeah.
You want to go under the radar, you know? And I
Yeah.
think that they did that very well.
Yeah, yeah. And we learn, as we're kind of learning about Tuah and who he is and what his
Mhm.
role is in capturing the stories of every immortal. This
Yeah.
dude created a library of handwritten books
Yeah. Yeah.
of the lives of every immortal that has
Mhm.
existed. And he was getting this knowledge not because he knew them, but it was coming to him in his dreams,
Yeah. But I
which is
mean,
wild.
when you ain't got nothing but time, you write longhand.
Is this in cursive? Is this written in cursive? So he has this library.
Yeah,
So
which
this
is
library
beautiful.
is a wealth of information
It's
about
beautiful.
immortals,
Yeah,
right?
I love that set design, man. That was
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah. And then Nile sees they're kind of trying to figure out, there's some stuff going on, and they're trying to figure out who's leading this stuff. And I think it was the gentleman that they all went to kill, the arms dealer, and they come to find
Uh-huh.
out this woman, they have a
Yup.
grainy photo of this
Yup.
woman,
Yeah.
and Nile sees it, and boom, she's just like, I know her. I
I
don't
know
know who
her.
she is,
Yeah.
but she's been coming to me
To
in
me
my
in my
dreams.
dreams. Yeah. Yeah.
She
Yep.
is seeing scenarios of this woman moving about the earth, and yet
Right.
not knowing a why or anything,
Mhm.
right?
I mean,
So
that's a superpower for Discord, man.
that's a superpower for Nile, for sure.
Well,
Because go ahead.
yeah, I mean, yeah, Nile, but Discord is the one going to her in her dreams, you know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Because Discord knows that Nile exists, and she
yup,
knows other things about Nile.
yup,
So
yup.
we jump to Rome, where everything kind of pops off, right? I think they meet up with Booker, and well, they finally, they realize he was taken and blah blah blah. They get him. So it's there's that, and I think that all happens in Rome. But what really takes place in Rome is Andy finally meeting with Quinn, and Nile being her backup. She was like, you ain't gonna go there by
Right,
yourself trying to meet
right.
this girl. You don't know where her head at.
And also knowing the fact that she is not immortal anymore. So
Yeah,
that's
that
the
was it.
main thing. Yeah.
Yes, I failed to mention that Andy was at the end of the old guard.
Mm-hmm.
Andy loses her immortality. And I thought she was okay with it, because I just felt like she was tired. Like, thousands of years. I
Mm-hmm.
felt like she was okay with that meetup with Andy and Quinn. Everything was said. That's all I can say. They said what they said. They said what they
I
said.
mean, at the end when she snatched that necklace back.
Bitch.
I was just like, oh, she petty, petty.
Petty, petty.
She's like, give me my shit
Give it
back.
back. Give it back. Petty, petty, for sure. And Andy was just
I
I
know,
held on to it
seriously.
for so long. It has all this meaning for me. And Quinn was just like, not for me.
Not for me.
Not for me. But yeah, they're both very different. They're different people. And their causes are they are no longer aligned. And I that seemed harder for Andy than it was for Quinn.
Quinn didn't give a damn.
Quinn didn't.
She gave zero.
Yes.
Zero.
Yeah. She was just like, oh,
She was
so
like,
you've
I'm
been
gonna
running.
burn this, I'm gonna burn this house down.
I'm taking everybody with me.
Everybody.
Everybody. One thing that I found very distracting. First of all, I didn't their
James.
like the fight scenes at the beginning of the show, right? When they're
Uh-huh.
trying to kill. I felt that was like better choreographed than
Yeah.
the one with her and Quinn. It felt like it was like this.
Oh, it was,
Like it just
yeah,
felt
yeah.
very
Like they were line dancing, and two to the left and two to the right.
I can't with you.
Not clap.
And I don't know if you noticed this, but I need you to go back to that whole part of and just look at Charlize's face because they de-aged her in the
I
most.
noticed that. Oh my gosh.
I was like, am I watching Aeon Flux when she did that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so distracting to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It was yeah.
It was I'm
There were
just like,
so many things that took me off. Like,
yeah,
and that was one of them.
that was one of
So
them. Like for
hence
real, for real.
why I'm giving it like 1.52. Like, because it is.
Yeah. And also in Rome, another thing that takes place, so that kind of moves the story along in terms of learning a little bit more about Discord and Nile, is that they meet up in a church in Rome, and
Oh
that's
my
where
God.
Nile
That
learns.
scene
Yeah.
where she was just like, she's looking at the crucifixion
Mm-hmm.
of
What'd she
white
say? I met
Jesus.
him. I
Yeah,
was there.
she was like, no, she said I was there. I'm telling you, I had to turn that bad boy off, go take a walk. And I was just like, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Because
That was,
the thing, it would have made it interesting is if they used the correct name.
yeah. Like if she had
If she
said
said Yeshua,
Yeshua. Yeah.
yeah, then I would have been like,
Yeah.
oh man, okay. But
That's
I
my
was just
ninja
like,
right there.
yeah, I was just like,
Yeshua. That's my
you know
boy.
what? Let me pause this. I gotta go. I gotta go take a break.
Girl, it was just, I just sat there and I was like, I literally said out loud, really?
Yeah, yeah,
That y'all needed to keep that in there? Like, why was that
right.
even? It wasn't a plot. We know she old. She the
Yeah,
first.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Nile learns that Discord is the first of the immortals and Nile is the last.
Yep.
I am assuming she got this information from the books that she stole from the library, right?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming all of those were just about Nile. I'm assuming, but I don't know. All I know is, she went into Tuah's library, killed his ass, and took them books and rolled. Like, that was it. She's like,
And
next,
I ain't paying no late fee.
charge me. Charge me. No library card of any kind.
Right, right. And I left my library card at home now.
Hilarious, hilarious. So she learns that that's where they are in the scheme of immortals, right? In the timeline of immortals, but she doesn't know yet other things about her being the last, which kind of comes out later on, right? So we learn that she is, they call, well, I don't know. I feel like Discord calls her the destroyer because oh, wait, who told, it was Tuah that tells Booker and the crew that if you lose your immortality,
Mm-hmm.
if another
Another person.
immortal, so this was, I feel like
Yeah,
a
that's why
plot hole.
Booker.
But this was a plot hole because I'm pretty sure they said that you can only give your immortality to another if they co-sign on it, right? So they have to, it's free will. So they have to say, I accept this. I distinctly remember that that was like the rule. You can't just be like, yo, I'm going to tap homeboy down the street
Yeah,
and give him
tag you in.
immortality.
Right, right, right. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, why Andy would be so receptive to it non-verbally, like when Booker lo lost his and he gave it to Andy, gave it back to Andy.
So that was the part where I was just like, wait, maybe I missed it, but there was nothing verbal.
No, it doesn't have to be like, okay, I'll take it.
Because
But
that's what I was waiting for. Girl, I'm
it's
dying. You want this? And she's just
I
like,
think it's because,
absolutely.
yeah, she has to want it.
Covet it. Like
Yes, yeah, like,
in her
oh, I
mind,
miss
she's
it.
saying, I wish I had
want to,
it.
yeah, I
Kind of
wish I
thing.
was immortal again. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Because you saw the instant when she had a cut on her chin
yup,
and he sees it and he
yeah,
realizes, okay,
yup,
it's
yup.
now been transferred,
Yeah, he's
right?
like, oh, I could die now.
I'm
I
gonna
can
go out
stop
with a
paying
bang.
rent. I can stop paying rent.
He's like, I'm dying, I'm dying. It's over, it's over. Good Lord. So there's all these secrets. That, Tuah Tuah is like, let me give y'all all the truths because y'all don't know what's really going on. So he's
Yeah,
saying all kinds of things, right? About the giving of the power and Booker. I've never seen a man so ready
yeah.
to die
Oh my
and
God.
go down like, I know they gonna kill me. I know me fighting them right now ain't gonna help Andy in any way.
Exactly.
But let me just have fun. If
Let
I'm
let
gonna
me
die,
let yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me do something. Let me spice it up.
oh my gosh. And poor Andy, she just had to sit there on the other side of that door that would not open or break and
Yeah,
just watch, watch him go. All of this takes place in a nuclear power plant owned by the
yeah.
Chinese in Indonesia.
In Jakarta. Yeah.
Jakarta. And Quinn is there. And that's how that's how Discord played her. Discord's like, tell me what you want to do. You want to
Yep.
annihilate like 10 million people?
Yep.
Solid. I
Yep.
got you.
Yep.
I've
Yep.
got the bodies that will help
Yep.
you secure the place, all of that, right?
Yep.
What she did not know was that Discord has a whole other plan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So once again, homegirl's being used and don't even know it because her hateration holleration has full control.
In this danceria.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah.
Poor
So they're in
Quinn.
poor
Poor
Quinn.
Quinn.
Quinn is like, yes, I'm going to annihilate 10 million people on the other side of the world, not even where all of this took
Yep.
place, like where my hells began. She is just like, I'm trying to kill as many humans as possible. So they're in this facility. Andy and them are there to stop it because that's what they do. And I realized the plot for Discord, her whole like what's motivating her, driving her, because I honestly did not know. But it's her whole thing was it wasn't that she wanted to kill humanity. She just didn't, she just was like, it's a complete waste, like they're waste,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What
It's kind of
other
like Megatron. It's like Megatron. Like
yeah,
Megatron thought that humans smelled and that they were useless. Like, what were you here for? Like,
yeah,
and Thanos,
right.
like, and that's
Yeah,
what I think like Discord was. But I think that they did such a disadvantage that they
yeah.
did not make her 360 degrees of a
No,
person, of a character. It was just like,
no.
I hate people. I'm better. I got more money.
But also her whole thing, her grievances were not were not really against the human beings. It was the immortals. It was Andy and her crew messing around with the timeline,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She was mad because they're changing time. They're changing people's lives. They're changing directions of where things should be. And I'm like, yes, but it's for the better. Why are you
Right,
mad about that?
but also they're not going back in time and
No,
changing.
no,
They're helping people, which changes things. So to
yes.
stop suffering is not necessarily a bad thing. Like
No,
they're mortal. They're going to die anyway.
right,
So if
right,
they're not going to be here no longer than 85, 90 years, I mean, if
right.
they live in Japan, certain areas, the blue zones, maybe 120. But
But still, they're not immortal.
yeah, they're not immortal.
So I was just like, is she upset because what they have done for certain people, and then two, three generations down the line, somebody within their ancestry, their lineage, like does something magnificent. You're mad about that?
I think she was used to being in 800 AD, 1100, where um
Everyone knew their place.
everyone knew, and also they suffered a lot,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
No one, unless you were born of nobility, you really
Hmm.
weren't doing too much of anything.
Right.
I
So
just
that
thought
was,
that that was just like whack. I was
it's
just like,
dumb.
yeah, that's just dumb.
It's dumb. And then her other issue, it was really, to me, what's really driving her is for her to be the only immortal, is for her to be the only one so she can rule over people, I guess. Like, I still, that's another thing where I'm just like,
Mm.
I, it didn't make sense to me. So while they're all fighting in Indonesia, her plan was to get Andy's team, right?
Right.
They all get knocked out. She's planning to torture them. She's planning to get basically Nile to take their immortal power,
Yeah.
because once Nile wounds an immortal, she takes that
She
power,
takes that power. Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And so, and Nile don't know this. She's just like, I'm just trying to keep my
Yeah,
crew
she's just
alive.
like,
Like, this is my family, right?
yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to support however I can support.
Whatever I can do, please let me
Yeah.
know. Right? So she takes all of Andy's team, and as she and Andy are fighting, I'm like, this woman is mortal. So we find out that Discord is actually mortal. And that's why she's taking the team and Nile, because she wants she wants her immortality back.
Hmm.
How did she lose it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Was there another person similar to Nile in the timeline that took it from her?
Then
I don't.
then that would make sense, and it would help move the story along
Yeah,
of her grievances, right?
yeah.
Like, oh, okay, that's why, because she helped this person and then they did something, and now she's like immortal. But then it's just like, what? How did she lose it from?
Right.
It was another immortal.
It had to have been.
Yeah.
Or is there a rule that these immortals really do live for a finite number, like a specific time, like in terms of age, and lose their immortality, right? Because Andy and team think, oh, we're just going to be here forever, because for them it's been at least 1,500 years of
Yeah.
being alive.
It's like
So it doesn't, yeah,
now that you bring that up, it's just like, because the storyline was just so, it wasn't as strong for me
no,
as I had, as the first one. It's like
no.
now I want to go back and read the graphic novels to like
Okay.
literally see how this plays out,
Plays out. Okay. Okay.
because there are
Okay.
just so many gaps. Like,
Yes. It wasn't until that damn ending and how it ended, I literally wanted to punch my TV and just be like, the
you wasted my
storytelling was
time.
crap. the writing of how this story played out was subpar. It had all of these holes, and if the intention was that you were going to leave us on a cliffhanger after 5 years of waiting for a
Yeah.
sequel,
Yeah. And the
you're going
sequel
to,
wasn't all that great. That's rude. That's rude.
and then you're going to end it where we're just it's this. Me and Quinn are going to go find my team. We got this, sister. Who goes first? And that's the ending. Like, I sat there and I was like,
Nay,
wow. Just wow. That's
I
all I said. I
wanted
was like,
to
wow.
cry.
Because y'all done wasted my
My
time.
damn time.
I'm not getting any younger, y'all. I need you to really just take me there after waiting 5 years. And yeah. So the ending is trash. All we know is that Discord won. She got what she came for. I still don't know what happened to Copley, which is the Chiwetel Ejiofor, because they just heard guns. He was their eyes into getting into this nuclear facility, and they just heard him fighting and guns. I don't know. Is he coming back in part 3? I don't know.
I don't
I don't
know.
know if I care.
Is there
At this
going to
point,
be a part 3? I don't know. I
there
mean, like
has to be.
they can't wait 5 more years
No,
for a 3.
no.
Like they have to have redemption within a year of
Yes,
2, because
yes.
this was rude.
I'm disgusted.
Yes.
Yeah. So final thoughts, Ned. I guess it's rude. This was rude. The fights, I didn't care. I didn't
That's
feel
the whole
like
thing. I did not care.
Yeah. Yeah. The
It was
plot,
great to see them,
yeah.
but I did not care. And
no.
I was invested from
Yes.
start to finish.
Yes.
So excited. Like, yeah, bring on OG2.
Yes.
And this is it.
I'm definitely not excited about 3. So if they do it, okay. If not, it don't matter. I'll just take this off of my list on Netflix. It's been on my list. That OG has been on my list because I have rewatched it so many times, and I'm just like, I know they say that we're going to get a part 2, so I'm excited about that.
I loved OG, the first one. Oh my God.
Okay. So that's where we are with this, y'all. I just want to ask you guys, as usual, to like, subscribe, and definitely hit us up in the comments, because my first question to y'all is, what'd you think? Was Quinn justified in her psychosis for a mission of exterminating millions of people?
I mean, yeah, that, and also on a scale of 1 to 5, how do you rate this?
How do you rate this? Do you rate?
Was I being too harsh with my 1.5? I mean, /2.
Yeah. And my final question is, will Nile ever lead? And is she ready to lead a next generation of immortals?
Because from 2, she is not.
She is not leading.
She was
more of a leader in one. But she was.
Oh my gosh.
2 was very much all Andy. Everything Andy.
Yup.
And I was just like,
yup.
I just think that you guys wasted an opportunity to move Nile along.
Yeah.
As well.
They really did. They really did.
Because I'm like, if Charlize now immortal, then Nile, how can Nile lead if Charlize is immortal now? If Andy is immortal. So we want to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into Das Rap.
A Rap.
Again, hit us up in the comments and like, subscribe as always. Thank you very much, Nettie B.
Thank you. It was fun.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.